Are you ready?
Yeah.
Have you brushed your teeth?
I'm eating chocolate.
Have you brushed your hair?
Brushed it this morning.
Is that why you look like that?
Yeah.
Shall we go live? Do we need filters?
Probably.
Oh, right, let's do this, darling.
Oh, you're on the stream, so...
Oh, you see, I'm getting the burn. I'm getting the burn tonight because... What's tonight, Willow? What's special about tonight?
Second day before I go back to school.
Yes.
School.
Yes.
But also, second day till you have to get back to working.
I haven't stopped working.
Work harder then.
She's a slave driver. She's a real slave driver. Hello, folks, schools. It is 9 o'clock. What night?
It's a Sunday there.
Yeah. You don't even know, do you? You've lost complete track. It is the end of the British school summer holidays.
No, it's on Monday.
Up and down. Yeah, the land parents are rejoicing at the idea that, unless it's a teacher training day, the little ones are going back.
But it is for
It's
us.
always a teacher training day. Hello, folks. Of course, right, I need to open the Google Doc. Yeah, this is a question and answer show. If you've got any terrain-related questions, I'm here to help you, and Willow's here to just mess you about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to open the Google Doc. The link is down below. All you need to do is jump onto the Google Doc. You don't need to be logged in. Just enter your screen name, what platform you're on, whether you're on YouTube, Twitch or Facebook, and they're all working tonight. Yeah, and then leave me your question, and we'll jump onto those in about 10 minutes. So, I will go and do the Google Docking, and let's open the doc. The doc is... You're going to give me a drum roll, Walls?
Clear!
Right. Considering you're a drummer, that was a really rubbish drum roll. Come on, tap one out.
Depends, do you want me to do it in high note or low note?
Stop being... Just tap. Drum. Was that it?
If I could get my electric drum kit, I could beat you in a drum roll.
Was that? Is that what I've been paying music lessons for every year? It's going to be one of those shows. Now, Willow is only with us for the first 5 minutes.
No, not.
Yes,
No.
5 minutes. And then we will jump properly into the show. Right, let me budge up a bit. Hang on, bit more. A bit more. More. There we go. Sorted.
Yeah.
Symbol head. Thank you, Norman.
Is.
Right, I see we have got a gang in. It says we've got about 80 people watching across all the platforms, but you never know if that's true. Yeah, I see Otis. D&D time. I need to do some D&D. How do I do roof shingles? Dead simple. Go to my Let's Make playlist. In there No, is it Let's Make? No, I don't think it's Let's Make, is it? I think it's actually Terrain Techniques, Buildings and Ruins. If you go in there, you'll find a technical tutorial on how to do roof shingles. And I think we did card ones, we did... And what do you call it? Balsa ones as well for roof shingles, didn't we?
I know, wasn't there?
Were you not? Do you not watch my videos?
Yeah.
Really? Miss Lockett does.
Shut up.
You're not at school anymore. I can get away with it. It says you're no longer accepting questions. The Google Doc is open. Give it a refresh. It will work. Ringo Starr has nothing to worry about. I hope insane. Apply salve to that burn, Mel. I know. I'm used to getting burnt. Do you play D&D, Mel? This comes up a lot. Yeah, and I've only ever played one game of D&D. I own a load of D&D rule books. And that only one game of D&D... In fact, I've played in 2 games. One, I rolled up a character prior to the start. And then it never started. Yeah, and then about 10 years later, a mate of mine took me through the first D&D adventure in the D&D rulebook. And it was just me and him in his cold kitchen. So you could say that my D&D experience is a bit limited. Yeah, I'd actually really love to play D&D. I struggle with the role play. I see it as a logic problem, you know what I mean?
Wait, D&D is role playing?
Yeah, because you play a character. You know how when we do it in Dungeon Saga, and you play your character a little bit more.
And you do that weird crooked voice that sounds like a dead frog.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's role playing within Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, wait, can you do your voice?
Can I do my voice?
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing my D&D voice. Yeah, hey, Jace, how you doing, buddy?
Hello.
Jace, catch up with you in the studio this week, mate. Yeah. Do you still play Warhammer, or have you stopped? I'm not actively playing any Warhammer games. I've always had a passion for Warhammer, specifically the fantasy world when I was younger, and then in my older years the 40k, because it's such a lovely IP. I've almost finished, Forges of Mars by Graham McNeil, and that's a good book. Yeah, I want to get back into 40k, probably Kill Team to be truthful, because I want to get into some industrial ruins and get into the skirmish stuff and that sort of stuff. Yeah, and I've just got to get the book finished, and I've got about a month left to finish my work on the book. So I'm hoping come October, I'll be starting my lava builds, my Stalingrad builds. I just want to get into big stuff. Oh, thank you, Jace. Nice one.
Can't you just click the money symbol there then put in your donation?
Went old school during this week and played a few games of Hero Quest with some mates. You know Hero Quest, don't you? Look at that smile.
It's one of my favourite games.
It is. It's one of our favourite games. Done on, Mel. Do the voice. Do the voice. Shut up.
Come on.
Maybe you can get into that new war cry. I haven't really looked at it. I've got a couple of friends, who work for Games Workshop in various... Well, I say friends, they're acquaintances, people I've met at conventions and that sort of stuff. And they're quite reasonably high up in the management level. Yeah, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick them all on one group chat and get them to decide what game I should play. Because to be perfectly honest, I haven't kept up with what Games Workshop are doing games-wise now. Do you know what I mean? If you're not in the sphere and you don't keep up with the news, it's very easy to lose track of things. So I'm thinking of just dumping them all into a group chat and going, go on, pick a game for me.
This one.
Have you ever made or considered making a Blood Bowl stadium? Yes, I have. I owe Jace one. So I've got to build that as well. We do like Blood Bowl, don't we?
Yeah.
It's coming together. You can paint them up.
Focus.
It won't focus. It's focused on me. Long focus. Right, let me quickly check the Google Doc. Let's see how many questions are coming in. I've got 5 so far. Come on, you're going to have to do better than that. I've got D&D Nerd, William, Tetrix Wargaming, Raptor Jesus and Zeal. Come on, guys. Yeah, you can do better than that.
Well, Dad, considering you opened up the stream at 3 minutes past, you're getting more than 1 a minute.
Oh, shut
Feel
up,
proud.
Matt said. Perhaps that is the new Gopher dance. Mel does his D&D voice instead.
Yeah.
Do you know what? We haven't done a Gopher dance since the end of the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Because we haven't had any targets to hit or anything like that, really, have we?
Or more than 100.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really been collecting on streams and that sort of stuff.
Oh, God.
But we haven't done a Gopher dance in 15th of April, so half of April, May, June, July, August. 4.5 months. That's shocking. Well pointed out, Willow. D&D voice. Will you stop it? I'm not doing my D&D voice.
Yeah.
No.
1 minute.
Getting all their Space Marine codices done, I think. Right, okay. Oh, what's that? Warcry would be cruel. My budgie's enjoying the show so far. Nice one. I'll take that as a win. Right, still 5 questions. I'm going to start the questions when I'm going to give it 5 minutes. Let's carry on with the chat. We'll get a few more in.
Come on.
Yeah, old school.
Come on.
You need to put it high. They can't see it.
You would always do the voice with this. Come on. Come on.
No. No, I'm going to monetize this. Yeah, I'm going to need at least £10 in donations if I'm doing the voice.
Someone donate £10 if you want to hear him.
They are. What is this D&D? I don't even know what the D&D voice is.
It's just in the door.
Tam's raised it to 100. Oh God, here we go. That was not the plan. Knowing GW, they would choose the most expensive game for you. They probably... No, my mates wouldn't. My mates wouldn't. I've got a couple of friends, yeah, and I don't do anything GW. I don't I don't have any affiliations with GW. I haven't got anything arranged or even talked about doing anything with GW. But because of the conventions I've gone to, I've met up with various GW people, a few times. And when you're in the industry, and that sort of thing, you do get to know them and you become Facebook friends and you chat and that sort of stuff. So I have a feeling I'm just going to dump them into one group and go, right, you lot, figure a game for me.
Okay, if someone donates £10 to £100, you get Dad's D&D voice. I'm already marketing it.
I'm not here to do D&D voices. I'm here to answer these questions, which are coming in quickly.
Well, we need someone to...
Jimmy's saying, gave up GW stuff due to the cost. Found loads of alternatives. I do know what you mean. There is a cost, especially getting into a new game and getting competitive, which is one of the reasons why, I've refrained for a long time, because I just haven't had the disposable cash. I mean, we're a lot more financially secure once the book is written and you guys have got it. At the minute, we're still ticking over. I don't like talking finances with the little ones here, but we're okay. We're not living it rich or anything like that. And when the big Kickstarter cash drops, we still won't be living it rich, because there's bills to pay and stuff like that, and tax bills to pay and stuff like that, and there's tax bills to pay and stuff like that.
Yeah, school funds.
And school funds and school trips and.
I'm gonna keep you going with those.
Oh God, you're gonna want to go skiing, aren't you? You're not interested. You've been taught to ski by now.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pay for a skiing trip, school skiing trip. Do you know how expensive they are?
£1,000.
I know! Could I not take you to the dry ski slope? It's only £7.50 for the afternoon.
We're going for a week and there's good food.
I'll give you a tent. But anyway, so because of, we've just been sort of getting by over these past years, it's one of the reasons I haven't got into GW. But I've always kept buying the rule books. They're like people have got me the rule books. I've gone in and got the rule books. I've still kept reading the books. I love Mechanicus. Yeah, I love the idea of their industrial structure and their buildings and how things are organised. Although the one issue with Mechanicus from a terrain point of view is everything's so bloody huge. When you read it, everything's skyscrapers. Yeah, and it's like, yeah. What is the most challenging thing you have ever made?
Can you not even bring up that question? You're going to make me cry again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Come on, Dad. You did say. You did say.
As usual.
You did say. Come on. Come on.
Tam, you kid. I know. I can see Tam sitting there in her PJs with whatever snack she's got on a Sunday night before she goes into work, chuckling her little chuckles off. Yeah, at this.
Come on, I'm going to give you some space to do it.
You're going to give me some space?
Come on, Dad.
Right. Okay.
Every £10 you give do another line.
I'm not a DM. I do it with the kids. This is going to be so embarrassing.
Okay, imagine we just got through a door. What do you say now?
Okay. I'm going to have to... Right. I'm not going to have to look.
Turn around then.
Okay. Okay, let's do this. The door slowly creeps open. Its hinges creaking and cracking. You hear scuffling. The sound. It's alerted something. Still. Shuffling along the floor. Light cascades through the door. With a boot, the barbarian kicks it. The floor is writhing. You focus. Your eyes draw detail in the darkness. The floor isn't Rithering.
People can't hear you.
The floor isn't rithering. It's what's on the floor. A mass, dark, changing shape, coming towards you. It gets you! She went straight over the sofa! She signals straight. Right. Okay. Right. Like I say, I'm not a DMer. I'm not what you call it. Okay, look. That was good.
Yeah, it was.
That was good.
Dad, read that. Read that.
Well, I for one vote for Mel to start doing story time episodes.
Yeah.
The irony is, I do like storytelling. I mean, we've got story cubes, haven't we?
Yeah.
Can you reach them?
Yeah. Well, I think I couldn't, Dad.
Well, I wasn't sure. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, of course you can reach them.
I remember when I was standing.
Right, we have got questions. I'm going to jump onto those, but I'll just show you these story tools and then we'll switch over.
Are we able to have a go?
I don't think we can have a go. We like stories. We do a lot of camping and we like telling stories like around the campfire and that sort of stuff. And so I saw these on Beasts of War, actually. Warren picked them up. And the moment I saw them, I immediately picked them up. And these are called Rory's Story Cubes. Okay, and what they are... Actually, don't steal my thunder. And what they are is they're picture dice. Okay, and each dice has got a picture on it. Yeah, well, actually, it's got 6. And the idea being is that you have to roll them. Yeah. And then out of the dice, what you would do is you would pick a number of symbols, a jigsaw, a cloud, whatever, and make a story out of it. And what sets have you got, Wills? You've got the 2.
I've got the 2 ones.
Which ones are those? You've got the
blues and purples.
You've got the clues and the sci-fi, haven't you? So in the sci-fi one, you've got like radar dish, astronaut. Yeah, that looks like a Bob robot.
4-digit code on the purple.
A lever.
A rat.
Yeah.
A dead body.
The clues ones have got science stuff and criminal stuff on. You just use them to make stories. So we like stories. I use them when making random encounters. When a GM. Right, okay. Yeah, so Raptors... Yeah, put those away for me.
Well, can I just do 2 quick?
I don't think audiobooks will be calling you anytime soon. And neither do I, to be perfectly honest, Jimmy. Neither do I. You drop the dice.
Well, what did it
You
like
can't
that
hit the
when
table, you ain't hit the model. Mel's bedtime stories. They're a different sort of storytelling.
Yeah.
I've lost some dice. Go on, you sort the dice out.
Wait, I need to do this now.
Along with my most valuable dice, the weather dice. Actually played some D&D today. Well, Pathfinder really, but same. Playing an Egyptianish 2 meters tall wizard cleric that speaks Draga with a Jamaican accent. Only in D&D. I brought a set of picture cubes for my nephew over 25 years ago to help him with his speech impediment. I didn't know they were used like that. That's quite smart. Howdy, Mel. Hey, Jack.
Wait,
right.
so I could have had him.
When do you want to do want to stream a D&D game? I've lots of people have offered, yeah, to invite me to games, but it never comes through. Never happens. So, yeah. Yes, I will.
Wait, actually, you gonna stream a D&D game with us, with me?
No, not with you guys, with these guys. Well, I hope that was worth your donation, but now I am here to do what I'm supposed to do. You're brutal, Willow. You really are.
The more the money, the louder, and the more he'll say.
We can do a live stream game for the channel if you want, Mel. Don't leave any of the organisation, or I just want to turn up, yeah, play my character. I don't even know what character would I go for.
Barbarian.
Go for Barbarian.
Yeah.
Known Barbarian.
Barbarian. Corbin would be the shooter, then I would be the wizard.
How about a gnome ranger
You're already a gnome.
with a longbow?
And a weird staff.
A cowboy barbarian. Another way to use the game room at Spode, it's not a game room, it's the workshop room, Jace. It may be set out, yeah, so games can be played in there, but it's the workshop room.
It's the game room.
Right, I've got questions, so let's jump into some questions, shall we, Wilsey?
Only 8. Guys, I thought you were meant to be doing
Don't
one a
worry,
minute.
once we get going, they'll throw some more questions. Right, D&D Nerd's asking his question about building roof shingles. I've already answered this one, D&D Nerd, but just to recap, there are a few technical videos on doing roofing in the playlist, which is called Terrain Techniques, Buildings and Ruins. Remember, I keep all my technical videos in the Terrain Techniques playlist, and I think there's 4 or 5 of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the grass one. Yeah, grass and greenery and trees and stuff like that. Then there's the hills, cliffs and what you call it. Then there's the buildings and ruins. And then we've got, no, you're quite close, water, snow and fire playlist. But they're the technical playlists.
Name.
Yeah, so go and have a look. Have a look at Terrain Techniques Buildings, and there is a roof shingle video in there with, I think it's got 3 different techniques on how to do roof shingles.
Look at his name. Read out his name. D&D Nerd.
No, the gnome have a home. Does the elf have a shelf? We need to know. No idea. No idea whatsoever.
It's the wizard in a blizzard.
That's good.
Yeah, in class we just...
Okay, moving on. Yeah, anyway, hope that helps you, D&D Nerd. And remember, guys, links down below. I do take donations to help support the show and keep this one in chocolate.
He brought me chocolate eggs today. Keep it going, I want more.
Yeah, I did. Do you know why I bought you chocolate eggs?
Why?
Because I love you.
Oh, I thought you wanted more.
Right.
Investments.
Alternatives to alcohol for flow aid. IPA is a good flow aid, yeah. Problem is you have to use it in a reasonable amount of bulk to use it as a flow aid. So it can be a little bit expensive unless you're doing commission or big work and you've got a big budget. Yeah, I mean, if it's factored into your costings, then great. Alternatives, obviously you've got the actual artistic flow improvers. Yeah, I use Winsor Newton. I bought an £8 bottle 5 years ago and I am halfway through it. So an £8 bottle will last you a long time. Let me put it this way. I bought an £8 bottle of Flow Aid 5 years ago and I am halfway through it. I bought a £15 tin of IPA and I'm already more than halfway through that. Yeah, and I only bought that probably about a year ago. It's great for cleaning.
Better.
Yeah, flow. So you've got your traditional flow aids, and then anything that makes bubbles on water is a flow aid. Yeah, so all your dish detergent. No. Although milk does have a lower milk does flow. It has a lower surface tension, but that's about getting it from the mammal's breast, yeah, through the breast glands into into whoever it's feeding. It's designed to flow.
I've still got to mix the milk with water and blowing bubbles into it.
Your mum's a biologist, your dad's a physio. You bring up biology, you know you're going to get science. That's the way we roll.
I haven't told you about science anymore.
Oh, shut up. You love science.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, so anything which basically makes bubbles on water will act as a flow aid. Yeah, so your dish detergents, all those sort of things. Yeah, they're your cheapest. My preference is Artist Flow Aid, Flow Improver. Works a treat. I just quickly check the comments.
Tamsin? What?
Oh, I don't know. It's an ongoing joke, I think. Right, let's crack on with some questions. Everyone's talking D&D in there in the comments.
Yeah, they should be.
Tetrix is going 2 questions, if that's allowed. Is it allowed?
No.
Brutal.
Five is the. It's the most.
What foam is best for dioramas? And second question is, how long should I wait before working resin on base plates? Working with resin on base plates. Right, okay. I can answer the first one. I'll need more information for the second. Yeah, it depends on what resin, what do you... Right, let's do the first question. What foam works best on dioramas? Right, two situations. You've either got EPS or XPS. Expanded polystyrene or extruded polystyrene. Yeah. EPS works great if you plan on covering it. Okay, i.e. putting a texture glue, filler, aggregates over the top of it. Yeah, if you want to put detail and shape it with detail, create brickwork, that sort of stuff, you need extruded foam. Okay, so that's the difference. Which one is best for dioramas depends which sort of work you want to do. It's horses for courses. Now, the second question is, how long should I wait before working with resin on base plates? That's very vague, mate. Yeah, it's vague because I'm not sure. You're talking how long should you wait while you build up experience to work with resin? How long should you wait for resin to cure? And what do you mean by working with resin on base plates? Right, the Vallejo resin for creating a water-like base. Typically, Vallejo resins, they tend to be polyester resins, the hobby resins, in which case you can pretty much run with them as soon as your paints are dry. So as soon as your base is painted up, mate, you should be able to run and start applying your resins.
Dad, if someone got you £100, could you go for a dance while doing your D&D voice?
I have no idea. You know your dad don't multitask. Hey, Odin. Yeah,
Someone
okay.
wants to put dad jokes in
Jace,
the question box.
Are dad jokes okay? Generally, dad jokes are okay. We like dad jokes. Right, what I'm going to do is very quickly, I know some of you donate direct via PayPal. I don't want to have missed anyone, so just check in case anyone else, other than our Tam, for the D&D voice of horror.
Wasn't that
I think
bad?
it's just Tam. Yeah, it's just our Tam. Just our Tam.
Yeah,
Thank you, Tamsin. Remember, guys, if you do want to support the show, do want to support the channel, links down below. You can do a one-off or you can jump on Patreon. Yeah, we're going to be revamping Patreon once the book's done. My lessons of learning from Patreon, from doing the book, I'm going to carry into Patreon. So I think what you're going to be seeing is perhaps PDF tutorials coming. I'm also thinking about doing like afterthoughts on Patreon. So when I do a video, sit down and sort of think, you know, afterwards, after it's gone live, these are the sort of things that I think to include. So it's a bit like Video Plus, if you know what I mean. Also, we have this idea, me and Kez did. And it depends on whether Fredicus can do it. Yeah, because the idea is, yeah, that I've discovered you can do this thing called premiering on YouTube. Now, it's been going on a while, but as typical, yeah, Mel's had his head buried in the sand. Okay, and premiering allows me to set a launch time and then be live in a live chat like we are now as, yeah, the video is played. So this is the idea. I'm going to see if Fred wants to build a small table with me, because secretly I've been getting Fred into Flames of War. He doesn't know it. Well, he kind of knows it, but he doesn't know my master plan. Yeah, but I've been slowly introducing Fred into playing Flames of War. So much so that he plays it with his wife, Pat. Now, I think they're both pretty much late 70s. I don't actually know for sure. Yeah, but I shouldn't say that because Pat's probably watching. Sorry, Pat, I don't know your age. But, you know, they're basically, they're playing Flame...
63.
Is he 63?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
He told me.
Did he? Alright. Damn. Sorry! She's going to give me a right clip round the ear for that. And I deserve it. Sorry, Pat. But no, I've been getting him into Flames of War. So after the book's done, one of the things I want to do is see if I can get Fred in my studio one afternoon a week for us to work on like a 3x3 board. Yeah, I'm thinking desert. Yeah, and then what we'll do is each week we'll do like one of my project vlogs of building along with Fred, which will be interesting because I'll be teaching him the terrain techniques and that sort of stuff. And then when we get to the painting, that's when I imagine, other than these are the techniques for painting a 3D structure, because Fred works 2D, yeah? Other than the actual techniques, I'm thinking that, that it's Fred who's going to take the lead with the colours, you know what I mean? And I think that's going to be really interesting. But what I was thinking of doing, yeah, and what I was thinking about doing is doing it, premiering it, and having both me and Fred in the chat when we premiere it. So if any questions come up, we're literally live as it's going on. So there's actually lots of good stuff coming to the channel. Yeah, the book has been really good on that count because it's focused me. It's taught me a lot. Yeah, about what I should be doing. Yeah, so we may be going down that road and having a look at that. Now I need to have a chat with Fred. Yeah, and I'm probably going to get a message on Facebook from Pat in a minute going, yeah, we're up for that. Yeah, but we'll see. Jason said, I'd have thought Fred is around 60 and Pat is around 21. Like all ladies.
Yes.
Tam saying 3x3 for Flames of War might need to drop to 6 mil. We're actually thinking, I've got him into tanks, which is like, Flames of War light. Yeah, and then the idea is the 3x3 board is going to be 1.5 foot modular tiles that we can expand. So you can see where this could roll on. Need to figure out how Patreon works. Yeah, I need to figure out how Patreon works properly. There's a lot of functionality in it that I can give my patrons a lot more oomph. You know what I mean? A lot more for their support. And so I need to sit down and really get into it. Also, my Patreon's been sort of slowly going down. Yeah, since the book. Now, that's because, a bit like the channel's just been ticking over because everyone knows I'm busy with the book and I know it. But I'm going to have to get it back up. Otherwise, even with the book, I might end up having problems. So I've got to get focused once the book's done. So next year is going to be interesting.
Can I say something?
Yes, certainly, darling.
Leonard C. Demand. Mel watching your trenches video, you need a comma.
You know they were straight with 90-degree corners. Yes, I do know they were straight with 90-degree corners, but trenches are laid in lots of different ways.
I'm annoyed.
Yeah, with all these sort of things when I do, when I do these trench videos and stuff like that, I always do Hollywood versions. I do game versions, if you know what I mean. Have you tried Water Tanker as an alternative to tanks? That's the one by the Two Fat Lardies, isn't it? I haven't tried it, but I've seen it. I think next Wargaming show I see it, I'll get a demo. Right, questions.
You have 9.
I have 9 questions. Raptor Jesus. Making a battle map from your Let's Make video earlier this month. Could you mix varnish in with the mix? I wouldn't. Okay.
Wait, nail varnish.
Well, any sort of varnish. The issue is varnish works by having a very stable structure, i.e. being hard. Yeah, that's why it's a protective coating if you think about it. Varnish is actually a lot harder than MDF or plastic or paint because we put it on top of those things to protect them. Okay? So putting in something that is supposed to be flexible,
wouldn't work.
Yeah, you're crossing the streams, dude. It's not going to end up well.
That's like getting an ice block.
I mean, it'd be interesting to do the experiment and just see what happens because you might get something that you could use as like a flexible water effect. But as a protective element, I don't think it's going to work.
Can I say
you know
something?
what I mean?
That's like getting an ice block, putting it in like a fire, because then it'll melt from the fire, but then put out the fire. So there's no use of doing it.
Yeah, that actually is a really good analogy. Unless you were putting out the fire.
No, when I just go to sleep, I'm like, what?
Yeah. Oh, darling. Yeah, but Water Tanker is a great time. Someone in the comments tell me what the basic premise is and how hard Water Tanker is. Willow, come on, we're on a stream. Calm.
You're trying to pull out my hair. Stop.
I'm only pulling through your hair because you haven't brushed it. There's a brush on that table. Go brush your hair, young lady.
Ain't my brush.
Might be a little terrain for this autumn for me.
Oh,
Just a
God, there's big
Warhound
spider.
Titan. This bad?
There is a hella big spider
Where?
in the corner.
That's not a big spider. Go on. Go on, disappear. Go on. Go on. There you are, it's disappeared. It's only about that big. Tanks is more X-Wing with tanks. Right? Yeah, so you... Okay. Raptor's saying, I might try it on these offcuts of canvas I bought. Give it a go, mate. Find out. Mix some varnishing. Yeah, and next live show, or live show after you've done it, give us a bit of feedback and let us know how that went for you. You know? Right, so let's carry on with some questions. 5 of 9. Zeal. I'm struggling with just get clump foliage to stick to tree armatures. The kit I bought, the adhesive is way old. I bought tacky because it seems to be what everyone's using. I'm not sure what's wrong. Right, Zeal. I'm going to have to do some guesses now. But if you've brought Stay Tacky glue, yeah, I'm guessing that the reason your bits aren't aren't sticking on is because it's still white and globby. That's different stuff, Duck.
But it's tacky glue.
Yeah, no, that's PVA tacky glue, not latex tacky glue. Basically, with the Stay Tacky paints, what you've got to do is you've got to spread out the adhesive, yeah, especially Woodland Scenics Hobby Tack. Yeah, spread out the adhesive and remove all the tiny little blobs so it's completely smooth. Yeah, so it dries transparent, and once it dries transparent, your clump will stick to it absolutely fine. Yeah, but while it's still white, it has no adhesive properties whatsoever. So if it's white, sticky, fully offy. Yeah, put it on, smooth it out, take off any excess. Yeah, and you will notice relatively quickly, yeah, within an hour or so, yeah, it should go nice and transparent and sort of look a little bit glossy. And you'll know you're right because the moment you put your finger on it, your tree armature will hang off your finger. Yeah, but I'm having a guess, Zeal, and yeah, I'm guessing that the issue with your latex glue is that you're not waiting for it to actually dry before applying it, and probably because when you do apply it too thickly, it takes days and days and days to dry. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's quite easy if you don't know you have to apply it thinly and let it dry out and get that clear, transparent sort of adhesive coat that you've applied it correctly. Okay, so Zeal, if I'm wrong and that isn't the issue, then just update me with another question, mate. Mel, 2 Fat Lardies has a sale on at the moment, so you can get the What Rules and tokens cheaper. I'm on a budget at the minute, mate. I have a budget to get me through the book, if you know what I mean, because I'm not pushing the live shows, I'm not selling any terrain, I'm not doing I'm not really pushing on the live shows, and I'm not doing as many Patreon videos as I normally do. That sort of stuff.
Brush.
Yeah.
You want to know what you spread it with.
Yeah. Zeal, yeah, spread it with a brush, Zeal. But yeah, so everything's got to wait until after the book's finished, because that is on a budget. Right, so yeah, Zeal's come back with spread it with a brush. Yeah, just spread it on with a brush. That's absolutely fine. But thin layer of application. No, best sort of ones for the Stay Tacky glues are the cheap kiddies plastic brushes. The ones with the plastic tips that are really nasty.
Hate them.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're really easy to get the latex glue off after it dries, because you can just peel it off.
Yeah, but they're really crap for spreading as well.
No, but they work for this application. Right, next question. 6 of 11. Otis. Hey Mel, I was going to use a 0.02 to a 0.05 mil polystyrene sheet.
Okay. 0.2. No, wait.
0.02 to half a millimetre polystyrene sheet.
So 0.2 would be 1/5.
To deck right would...
It's the first measurement, millimetres is what I need to know.
Right, okay. You want to use a polystyrene sheet. Yeah, you're gonna use. Right, I'm reading the question as best as I can, but the idea is you're gonna make autumn leaf scatter out of a very thin polystyrene sheet, and then remove them when winter comes to change your layout. Bad idea, mate. Don't
Just make two.
Just what you call it. What I would do is, first off, I don't think you can get polystyrene sheets that thin. Yeah, half a millimetre to what looks like 1/20th of a millimetre, or something round there. 1/40th actually, I think. I think you're thinking plasticard, mate, not polystyrene or styrene. Yeah. I think it'd be a pain in the backside job to swap them over. What I would do is I would magnetise your trees and have autumn trees and winter trees and swap those out rather than the foliage that's on them. Yeah, because that's you just build to, magnetise and peg and whatever, swap them out. But actually the foliage, that's going to be...
Unless you get like stringy stuff with all the leaves on, then you put it around, then you just unwrap it. That could work.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends on the armature. I mean, it also depends.
Because I've done that before.
I mean, you can make solid tops, can't you?
Yeah, that's what
solid
I'm on
crowns.
About. Yeah.
And they just swap those out. So that could be done, but that's the same sort of idea as making the trees magnetic, isn't it? You know what I mean? Just swapping out one fixed. But if you're looking at the lightly done stuff, then that's going to be a lot of issues.
Jace, quick note, I think you're putting in too many links at once.
No, I think Jace just had a what you call it.
No, I mean like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up there that was like another 5.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Hey Dave, you've missed about half the show, but we're still going. Right. Grim JD. Mel, I have loads of questions that I could use up the entire time allotted. In which case, mate, jump on Patreon, yeah? Select the $25 level and get an hour Skype session with me a month and just ask your questions direct on a one-on-one. There'll be people going, what? Hey, he does that? Yeah, I do that.
And then you maybe be able to talk to me if you want.
Actually, I think it may be half an hour now. Yeah. But normally that's because I go way over anyway, so it'll probably be an hour. But yeah, watch. I have this thing on Patreon. If you're one of my top patrons, it was basically it wasn't a way of rewarding them. I just saw it as a way of people wanted Skype time with me and a way of sort of like, right, I could do this as a way of organising billing for it. But you can jump on, yeah, go for that one. Hit me up for an hour and just sit and have a chat. Yeah? But I simply want to know one thing, he's asking. How are you doing, Mal? How are you feeling?
He's a good person.
Thank you. Thanks.
He's doing well, don't ask him again.
No, I am doing okay. You know, the noggin stuff's good. I'm in a better place than I've been in a long time, and Dad's good, and we go bike riding, and we have great times. Well, we always have great times.
Bike ridings make him feel better.
Do you know what?
I made it up the hill today, so he's even more proud.
Yeah, she did. She did brilliant. I mean, how many times that we've been trying to get that hill all summer, haven't we?
Yeah.
And literally coming to the end of the summer holidays.
And then when Corbin comes, I felt intimidated to try.
Was that why?
Yeah.
Because Corbin was there. You weren't going to quit.
I was like, if he sees me do this, he's going to make a mockery out of me. So I was like, no.
So is that what got you to the top? Yeah, really?
And what made me race him down.
But you did really well. But no.
Tell him.
No, what do you call it? I would say, yeah, that I'm doing all right. I am feeling a bit pressured on the book, if I'm honest. Yeah.
It's okay. You get
I know. I mean, first off, I don't think I'm going to hit my internal timing for my target. yeah, for getting the book finished. I am still well comfortable with the one that we promised on Kickstarter, so I'm still on course for delivering on time.
Dad jokes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Ian saying, Mal states donations are per video. Yes, donations are per video, but if you choose the top option, when you choose donate per video, it gives you the option of how many videos you'd like to support a month. So just say you want to support the first one, and then the first one, yeah, you'll support, and all the others you won't get charged for. Yeah. Perhaps we need to clarify that. But yeah, don't worry about that. And if you ever are overcharged or anything like that, just hit me up. We'll square it. You know, that's easy sorted.
How are you feeling with my hands?
Going to put leaf litter on the ground around the bomber, the tree.
Don't do that.
Ah, that would make sense. Loose leaf scatter. Then yeah, that would work with the polystyrene sheet.
Oh, I thought they were going to do it and then glue like leaves down. So I was like,
yeah,
no.
that's what I was thought. That's what I was thought. But yeah, with regards to the book, just to wrap that up, I am under a lot of pressure. It's a hell of a lot more work than I thought it was going to be perfectly honest.
You thought you would just write
and
and publish it?
It's been a long time since I've stopped a project and then started it again from fresh because it wasn't good enough. Yeah, that's something. So I hadn't factored in that sort of time either. But yeah, overall, yeah, I'm in a good place, mate. I am.
See?
Thanks for asking, Grim.
Thank you, Grim. You're a nice person.
Pressure is for tyres, Mel.
Wait, so you're going to put our tyres under pressure?
Frank Bartlett's saying, wait, why can't I subscribe to you? I don't think I'm part of the Twitch affiliate scheme, mate, to be truthful. So I think that's why you can't subscribe to me on Twitch and sort of support me there. I've got invited into the stream, but there's a load of restrictions about where you can stream. And if I go into the Twitch affiliate stream as an affiliate, yeah, I can't live stream to YouTube at the same time. Yeah, which for me is like, well, there's a couple of people watching me on Twitch, and I've got a lot more watching me on YouTube. Yeah. So I think there's a way. I was talking to their partner scheme, but with the book I haven't managed to sort of pick it up. But I'm going to look at seeing if I can skip affiliate and move straight to partner where I can. But that's something for the future as well.
Mentioned me in one.
Did they? Where? Well, it was Jace.
Oh. Can someone just like put my name somewhere in a comment, or else I'm gonna feel alone because everyone's talking about Dad.
It is my show. Anyway,
Yeah,
weren't you only on here for the first 5 minutes?
Yep, and
You've pretty much nailed the entire show, haven't you?
Yep. So why don't I go all the way?
Okay, another question. This one from Lord Scan. I've just finished bending my first wire tree, and I would like to know what would be best to cover it before painting. Filler or Daz? Right.
Filler.
I would go with Daz, to be perfectly honest. I think you can coat it with filler, but I think if it's your first wire tree, I think the nuances of getting filler to stick to a tree in a realistic way will probably be too frustrating for you. So what I would say is go with Daz, mate. Be aware it might crack, okay? So you might have to come in and do a little patchwork with, little slivers of Daz afterwards, a bit of gap filling and reshaping. But as long as you don't apply, you should be okay. But I would go with Daz over, over filler for your first tree, matey. Also, Daz is going to give you the ability to actually, sculpt and scrape the bark into it. Are you happy now? You got a comment?
Can more people do it?
Oh, you stop it.
Can more people just put Willow somewhere in a comment, even if it's to him?
Never work with children and animals, and you're a bit of an animal, Will, aren't you?
Ozzy, do you want to swap with me?
Yeah, we've got Ozzy. Will her dad's.
That's what.
We'll rename this the Willow Show. Hey, James. What?
More people do it, please.
Oh, stop it now. Or I am going to have to take you and stop you on the show. Come on.
Okay.
You know the crack. We can have a little joke, but, we're not a runaway train.
Trains can't run.
Yeah, okay, one from Sander. Need to make moss on buildings in 1/72 scale. Do you have any good idea? Yeah, for moss at that scale, I would use ground up clump foliage. Yeah, or probably 1 mil static grass. Yeah, the key thing is you want to use a stay tacky latex glue. Yeah, because that way you don't have to worry about gravity causing your adhesives and your moss mixture, whatever moss material you've gone for,
Didn't you just say
sliding down. What?
Didn't you just say don't use that?
No, I said use it.
No, like on another comment, you said that it wouldn't be good.
No, that was a different thing, darling. Different thing. Right, Dave's asking, will Willow be following in your footsteps and becoming a terrain artist? Probably not.
You meant to be teaching me this?
No, it's not. It's not for my job to set your path.
Yeah,
You can choose to follow my path.
Well, what if I do like yours as a hobby?
That's cool. It's your path. I'm not even sure what you want to do. Yeah.
Being honest, neither do I.
To be truthful, you don't have to worry about it yet. I mean, look at Dad. Yeah, Dad's a YouTuber. YouTube didn't exist when Dad was at school. So you could end up doing a job that doesn't even exist yet.
Lying on the floor.
Yeah, that exists.
Oh. Oh yeah, it's called Corbin.
Oh, stop. Will you stop it? Right, moving on. Question 10 of 14.
How we build a willow tree. Could you rename it?
Picky Mickey. In past, scale modelers have used Pledge floor cleaner as a gloss varnish. Did you ever use Pledge or a similar cleaner similar cleaner to protect terrain? No, I've never used Pledge. I've seen it used. Yeah, but I've never used it as a varnish. I've always used proper commercial products when it comes to varnishing. The reason being is I've always been of the mentality that Pledge isn't designed to be a varnish. Yeah, and so if Pledge doesn't varnish my stuff, I can't really complain to Pledge about it didn't work. You know what I mean? So I use varnishes that have been specifically designed for varnishing. Yeah, especially with it being the final protective coat. Because, I mean, if it goes wrong, it ruins the whole thing. If it doesn't protect it, it means it's not protected. Yeah, and that's a lot of work to waste. So, with regards to varnishes, my particular favourite varnish is a car varnish, a spray varnish, from a company called ProXL. Yeah, pro-xl.co.uk. And they make these cans of spray varnish that are designed to, spray £50,000 BMWs. Yeah, so they are well formulated not to be problematic and give a good finish that's a good protected finish. Yeah, so yeah, people use them, that's perfectly fine. My personal choice has always been it's either PVA, yeah, which does pretty much everything I need it to do, or if I want a more professional finish, I'll use a professional, polish. Not polish, gloss.
Varnish. Well, isn't that sort of like nail polish? Because,
Internet didn't exist then either. Scary or what? Yes, I was bought in. Do you know when I was a kid, when I was at school?
Yeah.
Do you know what the computer room was?
Huh?
It was one computer on a trolley they pushed round from classroom to classroom. Yeah. Do you know how we used the computer? One kid would sit on the computer. Yeah, that kid being the only kid that the teacher trusted to actually touch the computer.
It was never you, was it?
Actually, I think it was a couple of times. Yeah. And then the rest of the kids would sit behind them, shouting at them, telling them what to do on the most god-awful text adventure games you can imagine. How many computers you got in your school?
Well, I know we have 30 in the computer room. Then we have the iPads in year 6. Then we have the 20 Chromebooks. and 12 in total for the teachers. Then we have an interactive whiteboard for every room.
Yeah, well, on top of that, let me put it this way. Yeah? Our house has more computers than my school did. Oh, thank you, Math.
Dad.
No, that's not Gopher.
I never said it was a gopher.
At my old high school, we had one computer for 1,500 kids. Showing our age here, guys. Showing our age. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you very much, buddy.
No, he wants you to do. Wait. Do you want D&D?
It wasn't. There you are. Nice one. Thank you. No, what shall it? We didn't have Apple computers back then. What we had Acorn, BBC Acorn. They were called. The BBC, you know, the TV. Yeah, they made a computer. Yeah, no.
That was bad.
They made an educational computer for the British school system. We had an RM Nimbus computers. Oh, I remember the Nimbus.
What's a Nimbus?
It was this blocky thing. We only had landlines and 5 channels on the TV. I lived in North Wales. We couldn't even... That was before Channel 5 existed, and you couldn't get... I think it was, what you call it? You couldn't get ITV in Wales at the time. So you had Channel 1, 2 and 4.
What?
Right. So yeah, that's the gloss varnish. Remember guys, if this is helping you, links down below to how you can support the channel. Yeah, keep an eye on the notifications. Diggers Outdoors. How would you go about making stains on the ground? Like an oil stain or something of a nature that might have leaked out of a piece of machinery?
Look, I know this one.
Go on, you give your go, and I'll give the answer.
Isn't it like paint mixed with loads of water to water it down, then you just do like a quick line?
Almost, but what sort of paint?
It's either kid or acrylic.
No. What does Fred do?
Watercolour.
No, that's what Fred's playing around with now.
Oh.
What?
Oil.
Oil. Black oil paint, mate. Yeah, for stains and for machinery leaks. If you thin it down with a little bit of alcohol, apply it to the ground much like a wash, okay? And because it's an oil, it has that oil look. Yeah? It does, doesn't it?
I was going to say something then, but...
I think there's a what's the special... we could do with Fred. I'll ask Fred, because I think there's a special type of oil paint that has a more glossy lustre to it. Because I know Fred either mattes his oils, or he or he uses lustre, low lustre. Lustre is the sort of shine. Yeah, how reflective it is. So you want an oil that has a high lustre. Right, I'm probably butchering the science and the language here, so I'm going to wait until someone, corrects me in the comments.
Paint, alcohol, brush, swipe, done. Easy way to
My
say
school
it.
only got rid of the acorns the year I started in 2000. Then again, they wouldn't have been that old back then. Solvent-based paint sets are really good. Yeah, solvent-based paint sets are usually oil paints.
Aren't watercolour?
High gloss oil paint. Yeah, that'll do. High gloss oil paint. Well, basically one with a high lustre. I need to check now that I am using lustre in the right way.
Google lustre.
Lustre meaning a gentle sheen or soft glow. A thin coating containing unoxidized metal which gives an iridescent glaze to ceramics. Perhaps lustre isn't the exact word, but actually gentle sheen. Actually, that could work, and iridescent would certainly apply to oils,
Shiny.
wouldn't it? No, iridescent is iridescent is when you get the rainbow colours. You know when you get something and it goes purple and greeny stuff. That's called iridescence.
No, that's hollow.
Okay, yes, okay, that's hollow. I'm not even going to engage. Yeah, so that's how I would do that, diggers. Right. On question 12 of 15.
Wait, Dad, you need to show that.
My first home computer was a Sinclair ZX81.
Dad, did you have a
with
Nokia?
6K wobble RAM pack attached. My first home computer was a VIC-20. Yeah, after that it was a Commodore... No. VIC-20. No. Acorn Electron. VIC-20. Commodore 64. Amiga PC. Rightio. So,
Dad, did you ever have a Nokia?
that's Zeal asking. Yeah, we've dealt with that. Otis, thank you, dude. Thank you for giving me the confidence in building terrain. Mate, that's what I'm here for. You know, I may not have the best produced videos. I may not make the best terrain out there. Yeah, but...
He does a good job trying.
I do. But above all, I hope that I encourage people to build. That's the one thing I hope I do. Out of everything, get people building.
Did you ever have a Nokia phone?
A Nokia phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you ever drop it on your face?
Right. And why? Because my face is broken.
No! I've just been told that they're really heavy.
You're trying to back out now. You were going to say something sarky, and now you realised you were in the deep. And now you're trying to... Yes, you were. Everyone knows you were. YouTube knows you were. They knew what joke was coming. I knew what... You asked me about dropping a Nokia on my face.
Well, now that you say about it...
Oh, yeah, now that I say about it.
Did you drop it on your face?
Oh, Jay, 60 quid away from the Gopher dance.
Yes.
Iridescences, beetle shell or magpies, black feathers, they have a blue sheen under certain lighting. Iridescence could be a lot of things. Iridescence applies a lot more to underwater stuff. Right.
Oh, it was Otis who donated. Oh, thank you, Otis.
In your recent rock painting videos, you used plaster casting. What about using tree bark or extruded foam? Any different techniques needed? Yeah. There's a lot of techniques. The dry brushing techniques, work well with tree bark. Yeah, dry brushing, stippling, those sort of techniques. For extruded foam carving, you can get away with pretty much most of the techniques, with the exception of the wet washing acrylics. That can struggle. Don't know. Bang the table. Yeah. Okay, calm down. So it's more about the surface you're applying the technique to, if you know what I mean. Yeah, than what it actually is. Yeah, the more broken up and the more varied the surface, the more you need to lean towards dry brushing techniques. Yeah, the softer the surface, the more you can go towards the stippling and the wet techniques. The rest are just colours. Oh, you can shut up as well, Jace.
Thank you, Jace.
I didn't get my first computer until 1999. First cell phone, 2004.
3 years before I was born.
I was in the last year of primary school when I had my Acorn Electron. Yeah. So that would have been 84. I got my first computer with 20k of memory. Right. 14 of 16.
Keep them coming.
JT Wargames. Mel, are you interested in new Korea war releases that Warlord are doing for their current... Yeah, I am massively interested in these. The reason being, is that I'm pretty sure one of my mates helped write the book, but I need to check this. Warlord Korea book. I know, it may seem strange that I need to correct it. Yeah.
They're only going £14.
It says Peter Dennis.
Is your friend Peter
No,
Dennis.
that's the Peter Dennis was the illustrator. I'm just looking for the authors.
Awkward silence.
I'm pretty sure.
Manga.
Yeah, they're your manga books because I'm on Amazon.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure one of my mates had some handwritten writing it, but without it. Is it out yet? 22nd of August. Has anyone got it? Can someone tell me if there's anyone named Smith in the contributors? S. Smith. Oh, thank you, Mummy.
Oh, I got a cake.
Got a cake.
Mummy treats us nicely.
Why are you working hard there?
Daddy thinks that he got a brick dropped on his face and it was just a phone.
Oh, shh. So yeah, if anyone's got the career book, have a look at it for me and see if there's an S. Smith listed in the contributors. But yeah, I am interested on that basis. Right. Let's have a nose. Right, back to the questions. So, I myself wouldn't know where to start with Korean war terrain. Jungle and Far East, mate. Pretty easy. Right, question 15 of 16.
Come
JP. What is this latex stay tacky glue of which you speak? I've had great results for many years with old white glue. It's a rubber glue. It's a latex-based glue. Basically, it dries as a sticky rubber and then you can stick things to it. The reason why it's really good is because once it's dry and it's still tacky, yeah, gravity doesn't affect, yeah, bonding. So you can stick clump foliage bits onto it and that sort of stuff and it doesn't fall off. If bits get knocked off in the future, it stays tacky, and even years later you can get a bit of clump foliage and stick it back on. But the key thing for using the stay tacky latex glues is that they're not reactivated by water, okay, which white glue is, PVA is. So you can stick things down with stay tacky latex glue. Willow, stop. Stop it now. Yeah, you can stick things down with stay tacky latex glue, okay, and then hit it with watered down PVA, and the stay tacky latex glue will hold the clump foliage in place, whilst the watered PVA dries and hardens it even further. But the watered PVA will never reactivate the stay tacky glue. So when you're sealing your trees, your clump foliage doesn't fall off, and that's why we like stay tacky latex glue. Yeah, Stephen Smith and John Russell wrote the BA career book. Got my copy. Yeah, my mate Steve. Yeah. Steve is married to Sylvia. And if you don't know who Sylvia is the lady in the dress who does the con coverage. Became great mates with Steve over in Adepticon. And I'm damn sure, I hadn't seen the career book, so I couldn't guarantee, but I'm damn sure that one night he said, I wrote it with John. Yeah. And now John Russell, I'm friends with John as well. Yeah, so I'm going to have to congratulate those two now. Yeah, but yeah, I have an interest in it. A big interest.
My hair's floppy.
I was actually drinking with John and and Steve at Adepticon.
Oh wait, was that the time that you got really drunk?
No. I got merry at Adepticon many times.
No, I mean the one where you got heavily drunk that you said that you're going to write a book.
Right, Tam's coming in career is more grasslands, mountains and forests than jungle. But yeah, can I just say, completely highly unlikely that either Steve or John is watching, but congratulations, guys. Absolutely brilliant work, and I look forward to getting a copy.
Thank you.
Nice one.
Oh wait, I meant congratulations, not thank you.
Yeah. It's congratulations.
The last question is...
Right, Nicholas is what you're asking me. Hey, Mel, about the Skype streaming. I've been a $25 patron since Kickstarter. Yeah, how do I hit you up for a chat? Just message me, mate. Hit me up on Patreon. There's a message function. Just hit me up on there. We'll get something sorted. We'll have a nap. Probably when I'm in the studio. We'll have to figure time zones. But just hit me up. It is as simple as that. And that is the last of my questions. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks, Zeal. I'm still safe.
Come on, somebody. Come on.
Thank you, Zeal.
Come on. Guys.
That's a long 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
And Dad didn't realise.
Still safe.
Wait.
Right, quick check. Don't want to make sure I'm missing anyone.
Jace, how much more do we need?
No, it's not going to happen.
Come on. Can we do like
Should we
9 more minutes? Or like however long we can go for. Come on.
We did an 8-hour show for the Kickstarter. Technically I can go for another 8 hours. Well, another 7 hours.
£35. Can like we get people...
Look, you calm down, will you?
Dad, can you card? I'm going to donate to yourself.
You're not donating to me. I'm using my card.
Why not? You get it. But
Well, I've run out of questions. We are quarter past.
No.
Which is, we've done the statutory hour.
People could put in more questions.
Do you know what?
It's still
No.
Dad's just not wanting to do the go for dance.
I recall 24-hour shows, Mel, in onesies and all. Do you know when you do those videos where you look back at the videos that you've done in the past?
Yeah.
With the cringe fact.
Oh, you should do that.
I should not do that.
Yes, you should. Find the oldest one that you deleted. Do one of those. Because Dad has those videos that he deleted when he was alert.
Do you know what? We have had a great show though, so I am not going to put some target on you and sort of bully you. Yeah, listen, thank you for your support. It is really nice to see the super chats and that sort of stuff coming because, like I say, we were on a bit. I know I've dropped the ball with the channel and I'm just ticking over. You all know why, yeah, and we all know that. As soon as it's done, we're back to normal and I am raring to get into some projects, as in feature builds. You know what I mean? Yeah, so chill. But it has been a brilliant show. We've had quite a few donations, which I am really grateful for, guys, because, they had sort of disappeared. So we are going to go for Dance the Show out anyway.
Thank you.
Come on.
Ow. Let me off the chair.
Yeah, second time tonight. Right.
I feel bad for the people that left thinking that you weren't going to do it.
Oh, don't worry. I think they'll come back and see it. Listen, guys, can I just say, in the spirit of making an idiot myself on the internet, what do you do?
He does it for you.
I do it for a living.
What?
Well, technically I do. Yeah. Right. If you're not sure what the Go for Dance is, you obviously have not seen Caddyshack. Yeah. Arms at the side, hips. Right? Swing those hips. Listen, guys, I want to thank you for an absolutely brilliant show, wrapping up the week and the end of the school holidays, which means she's going to school.
And you're going to work harder.
Yeah, I am. Listen, guys, thank you for an absolutely brilliant night. Yeah, I will catch you soon. Video up on Patreon, but it'll be out on the channel for Tuesday. Leopard spotting and ink washing. Have fun, folks, and I'll see you soon. All the best. Ta-da.